the game.
Sure.
Then we're going to go over into some personal stories, and that's when the fun starts.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, we start with the NHL All Star Player Draft.
Yep, at NHL Fanfare.
NHL Fanfare.
Which was fantastic.
Right.
I greatly enjoyed myself.
Fanfare was phenomenal. We'll get to that.
I went all 3 days.
Really?
Because,
you had nothing to do when you're sitting around.
Yep, and we got in for free, and there you go.
Yeah, I actually was fortunate enough to have a wristband, so I was at the draft, which was awesome.
That was very cool. I had to get my picture with the cup.
Yeah, if Brooks hadn't got his picture with the cup, he'd have been right there.
That was so dumb. I already had my picture taken with the cup when they won it. That was stupid.
And the thing about the draft was, I guess from a Hurricane picture standpoint, Jamie McBain's rookies got on Eric Stahl's team. He picks Cam Ward first, and he also picks Jeff Skinner. So all the Hurricanes are there in white, as I predicted last week.
Yeah.
Simply because the NHL would not allow this to break up because they were trying to create a home-away environment.
Sure.
I still think these were set, and they kind of set it up.
I just think that they said, Lidstrom, if at all possible, try not to pick these guys.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, one's a goalie, so okay.
And I also think they said, when one of you drafts Sedin, get the other Sedin the next.
Man. Bang.
Big stories in the draft.
Okay.
That I thought was obviously the Hurricanes getting all the Hurricanes.
Yep.
Cam Ward, the answer to a trivia question sometime. He was the first ever player drafted in the draft, Cam Ward.
Did you hear his line after he was taken? They asked him what he thought about it. He said, well, I guess he took the best
player available. Yeah. The funniest line of the whole draft was Ovechkin predicting to be a late first-round pick.
Which he wasn't.
Right.
He was
early second round.
Second.
The Sedin's getting split up. And Eric Stahl, why do you pick Daniel Sedin? You pick Henrik.
Henrik's the better player, although...
There was the whole Patrick Kane admittedly saying he didn't want to have Jonathan Taves on his team.
That's hilarious.
One of the players tripped up the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't remember who that was. And then you have the
final four.
The final one. It goes down to Phil Kessel, and I don't know if anybody saw this on TV. And Alex Ovechkin gets up and starts taking a picture of the Kessel sitting there by himself. There was a couple of funny lines. Eric Stahl had a little crack on the Maple Leafs. To me, the funniest moment outside of the Ovechkin stuff was they interviewed Mark Stahl about how his brother's not picking him. Uh-huh. And the very next pick after this long interview...
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Eric Stahl goes, all right, with this time I'd like to pick from the New York Rangers, Henrik Lundqvist. It made me laugh. So there's that.
22 2-minute stripping. I mean, it's hilarious.
That's fantastic. Okay, so in the skills contest... We did kind of set up the whole... Now we've got the whole Team Stahl, Team Lindstrom thing. Event by event. Fastest skater. Highlights. Tim Thomas taking a spill was pretty funny.
And
almost beat Cam Ward.
Almost coming back to win.
What are you doing, skate?
Let's just be honest here.
The backwards skating was incredibly entertaining.
That was fascinating. That might have been my single favorite, however 18 seconds or whatever it was. That might be my favorite.
I mean, we were just sitting there kind of going, oh, my God. It was the very first thing you saw.
Yeah.
And and obviously the guys going forward, but they were tremendously faster than I thought they'd be. It was 18 seconds or so?
18 and
I would have guessed probably 24.
Dude, and how close were those guys to losing it going around behind the nets?
Honestly, if I would have said 24 to 25 if I had to guess. 18
they were
amazing.
Moving.
Chris Letang and Duncan Keith, yeah.
And Letang beat
Grabner from the Islanders.
Michael Grabner did not skate like this when he was with the Vancouver Canucks. I take umbrage at that. Although one of my passengers, which I'll reveal him later, he said, quote, he was cruising, eh? I was like, yeah.
Grabner wins the fastest skater contest.
By the way, that is an all-time record. The 14.0.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't announce in the arena.
Interesting.
It was 14.2 something. That's an all-time record.
The next event was the little, I call it the creative shootout challenge.
Breakaway challenge.
To me, P.K. Subban stole the show.
Oh, dude. Right off the bat, he sets the bar so high.
Comes out in a Skinner jersey, which was hysterical.
Hilarious.
And if he didn't pull it off, but he goes down and he flips the puck up and goes around the net and tries to hit it in. Creative.
Yep. And wait, was he the one that flipped it up and the second time tried to get it with the handle of his stick?
Yes.
No, that was Ovechkin.
Yeah. So the next guy dead end off was terrible.
Well, I felt bad for him. They had to stick him somewhere, and you can tell that was really not his forte. The guy's a defenseman.
Corey Perry, when he picked the stick up and went back and forth and slung it.
The lacrosse routine.
To me, it was sicker that he hit the post. That made it even more cool.
Yeah.
Because you heard the effect of how hard he shot it.
Well, also to me, when they zoomed in and showed a replay, the guy is rotating his stick.
Sick.
And that's crazy.
And then
I have a Corey Perry story later if we have time.
Ovechkin. He didn't really have the flair, but the fact that he actually scored. All right, now let's get to the actual NHL All Star game.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about this too much.
Yeah.
There was some really cool goals, some really great saves. 11-10, Team Lindstrom got down to the final minute. There was actually a check in the final minute into the boards.
Yeah. Whoa! The first check since Roenick hadn't been checked. Roenick took Keith Tkachuk off his feet, I believe, in the 99 All-Star game, maybe.
Yeah. But this was entertaining. Ovechkin jumped into the boards. Ovechkin made some history. The first ever penalty shot in the All-Star game. He just threw his stick.
Yeah.
That made me laugh. I laughed.
Yeah.
Ovechkin did some cool puck hand, but you saw the two on nothing breakaway.
Oh yeah.
With Kopitar and I think it was Richards maybe.
It was Richards.
Sick.
Yeah, Brad Richards.
But overall, crowd really wasn't in it, even though they had a team to support. I don't really have anything to say. Do you?
The All-Star game can basically be wrapped up with one scoring line for me. Danny Briere from Henrik Sedin and Shea Weber.
Okay.
I mean, that's the All-Star game.
Yeah.
There you go. Or Chris Letang from Daniel Sedin and Alexander Ovechkin.
So, yeah, I mean, some interesting stats from the game. Shea Weber, 4 assists.
4 assists. Nick Lidstrom, a +7.
+7 for Nick Lidstrom.
That's stupid.
Your team gave up, ignoring the fact that your team gave up 10 goals and you were a +7.
Lidstrom's a +7 and Weber's a +6. Who else? Louis Eriksson, 2 goals, 2 assists.
One of those empty netter.
In all fairness.
Sharp named MVP, 1 goal, 2 assists.
1 goal, 2 assists.
So that's the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Me and you had a little fantasy competition, picking our fantasy teams. And Brooks, don't cry for me, Jan Hardina.
Yep.
Brooks' team versus my team.
Don't tase me, bro. I believe that's what you landed on.
Yeah. It went in close. As the bet, obviously, was we had to basically flip-flop roles. Considering that I did the intros, that clearly lets you know that Brooks smoked me. So you'll have to hear my voice later on as we do a week preview and random fact of the week, which will normally Brooks the thing, but I have to do that.
I'm probably gonna take off actually before that. So
you literally sat over here and chilled on the internet while I researched for like an hour. It was ridiculous. Goals scored. Brooks, she beat me 15-6 in that category.
Yeah, smoked them. Thank you, Danny Briere, Louis Eriksson.
Assist. I took carry in that one thanks to Shea Weber.
Smoked me
26-14.
And David Backus, he had 3. Marty Havlat had 3.
Plus minus. I actually ended up an even, and thanks to your boy Nick Lindstrom, +7.
I was an even going to my last skater, which was Nick Lindstrom.
Yeah, we were adding up. We were adding up, and Brooks is like +2, +1, +2, even, -1, even, +7. And then from here on out, it was pretty much Brooks. Shots on goal. Brooks, you got me 55-35.
Yeah, that one was not close.
Time on ice. This was interesting.
Very
307 to 303.
Yep.
We estimated
those.
Those
Were in terms of minutes, but that was close.
Goals allowed average. Both of us come in at a stellar 10.
Yeah. Thank you, Jonas Hiller.
Jonas Hiller saved you.
Yeah, 6 goals against. I mean, that's sterling.
Save percentage, you got me 776 to 771.
I always feel so bad for the goalies.
Yeah. And if there's a very serious note, if you ever want to see the importance of physicality and checking in hockey,
watch the All-Star
Watch an All-Star game. Because there's no checking, and the best goalies in the world are getting schooled.
And you can understand why. You can understand why these guys don't hate each other. They're not getting paid
absolutely not.
As an exhibition.
Absolutely
not.
Okay, so that was the All-Star.